Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought it would be fun to sit and film a little knit and chat with me because I am craving talking to some knitting friends, and although you guys can't respond to me now, you can respond in the comments and I think that's fun. So I just thought it's Sunday morning. I'm gonna sit down and knit for a little bit before I really get into my day, which really just involves sitting and knitting most of the day, but I do have some chores I'm going to do. I put my laundry in already, and now I'm just gonna sit until I decide it's lunchtime. I stayed in bed a little bit longer than normal today because I got my second COVID vaccine yesterday, and I got some mad chills last night. Like, I had 3 blankets on me, my dog was cuddled up next to me, and I was just having the worst chills ever, and that led to muscle pain. But I took some ibuprofen, I let that kick in, and then I dragged myself out of bed. That is the beauty of having a little pup. He makes you get up and feed him and take him outside. So one of the reasons that I love having my Poe around. But other than that, I've been feeling great. I didn't faint whenever I got this one. If you guys followed my Instagram when I got my first shot, I have this tendency to like faint when I have medical procedures done, especially shots and stuff like that. So I got a lot of tips from you guys saying that you have the same thing and telling me what works for you. And then I did some research on my own. So I was a little bit more prepared going in and getting this one. I asked my nurse if I could lay down, and she said absolutely, and they had a recliner in one of the rooms, so she took me over to that room and she reclined the chair for me, and I got to lay there when she did the shot, which helped tremendously. I think that's the main thing that kept me from fainting. I also had the same nurse that gave me my first shot, so she was kind of aware that I had like a little bit of a fear or anxiety for it. So she sat and talked with me for about 10 minutes after I got the shot, and it really distracted my mind and kept me from wanting to go into my little fainting spell. And I was actually able to get up, walk into the lobby, and sit down for the remainder of the time they ask you to wait. I made it to my car, I made it home, and then I even decided to go to the Goodwill and do a little shopping. So I'm really proud that I was able to get that second shot with no complications. And even my symptoms afterwards have been minor. So I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad I got vaccinated, and I'm very hopeful about the future. It's gonna be great when I can start traveling. That is one of the things that I was really looking forward to whenever I decided, I guess I didn't decide, whenever life brought me to being on my own again, I really wanted to start traveling, and I do have some travel plans coming up. My friend Chris, he lives in Columbus. I met him in college, and we've kind of just stayed connected ever since. We have some plans to go visit some of our other college friends. So at the end of this month, at the end of May, we're gonna go to Chicago to visit one of our friends for the weekend. In June, I'm going to go to Indianapolis and visit a friend. And then at the beginning of July, I'm going to go to Columbus to visit Chris. And then in September, we're planning to go to New York to visit our other friend. So I'm very excited about all those little trips. They're just gonna be short little weekend trips with very little interaction with other people. I'm fully vaccinated now. Well, in 2 weeks, it'll have kicked in. And then I know a lot of my other friends that I'm going to visit are getting their first shot or have already gotten their first shot and waiting to get their second. So that'll be great. I'm very much looking forward to it. If you guys are wondering what I'm working on my Cloudsley tee by Isabel Kramer, and I am using this yarn, which is it's Flax and Silk by Sweet Georgia Yarns, and the colorway Pumpkin. It looks like this. I'm doing a yarn review on it, so if you guys are interested in that, it'll be up on my channel eventually when I finish this top. But it has this cute little panel on the back with a little detailing. But other than that, it's very mindless knitting. I've actually split for the body now, so we're moving right along, and it's a short sleeve, so I should have it done in no time, which is great because I'm actually going to be doing another sample knit. I'm very excited to be doing a sample knit for my friend Allie at Explore Knits and Fibers. You guys have heard me talk about her about a trillion times on this channel, But I finally decided that I was ready to tackle another sample knit. I stopped doing sample knits for a while because the deadlines were overwhelming me while I was trying to heal from everything that I've been going through over the past 2-3 years. And I'm finally to a spot where I want a good deadline now. So I'm going to be sample knitting the Sienna sweater by Sari Nordland for her and one of her Into the Wild colorways, and I can't wait. She said she should be shipping the yarn early next week. So my goal is to finish this top and then I'll have that one to cast on. But let me tell you, I really want to cast something new on. I just don't know what or why or how, or actually I know all the answers to those things, but I just am trying to talk myself out of it for no other reason than I just like shouldn't cast something on right now because I have this project. I'm going to have that sample knit, and so I should really just focus on these things. Okay, so I'm on a round where I have to cable, so you're gonna have to bear with me while I do that. So enjoy watching me do this. I'm doing it without a cable needle, so this is how we do it. So essentially I just drop the first stitch and then I pick it back up, and after I knit the two and then knit it, and then I keep the other one on the needle while I do it. These are very short cables, and I know that didn't make any sense to you guys, but there's videos out there. This is kind of the technique I learned when I knit my swag years ago, because in the body it has like this cabling texture that's very small, and I was able to do it without a cabling needle, and that technique kind of just stuck with me, so I just applied it to this one, and it's been working out great for me so far. I do have to focus a little more than when I'm just knitting the stockinette, but it's a very short panel. All right, we did it. We're back. We're done with that little section, and now I can just do some stockinette for a minute. So some other fun updates that are happening. I have a plumber coming on Wednesday to hopefully get my bathroom sorted out. We're having a little bit of plumbing trouble in there. And also on Wednesday, I have somebody coming to measure for my new floors and give me my estimate and to schedule that appointment. I'm definitely moving forward with it. I picked out the flooring. It's a great deal. I'm just hopeful that everything is in the budget. I have gotten one estimate already and it was out of the budget, but this place is a lot more affordable with their labor cost, and they have a deal for their in-stock flooring, which is what I'm choosing. So that's exciting. I'm doing the LVT flooring. It's like the snap flooring, so it's great for older homes that have a lot of, like, you know, some texture to the floor, if you will, some unlevelness, some foundations that move sometimes, but that's just the beauty of an older home, and I am very excited. So what's going to happen with that is they said that they are booked out until about mid-June, which gives me a month to get this place a little bit more ready. So I am going to finish painting all of the trims and interior doors. That way I don't have to be super clean about it because I'm ripping the carpet up anyways. And I need to clean all my windows and get those ready for some blinds. And I can't wait. Like, I am so looking forward to having the new floors because it's going to make the house just feel a lot better. The carpets that are in here right now, although I've cleaned them, they just are old. They're old and they're not pretty, and you know, carpet is just so dirty regardless of how much you clean it or vacuum. It holds all the dirt and the stains and the smells, and it's been in this house for at least 10 years now, so it's gotta go. I'm excited to have some hardwood-like floors. It's just gonna be luxury vinyl tile, I think is what it's called, and it's gonna be great. and then I can get a new rug, and the living room and the bedroom will be done basically. There are a couple of things I want to do for the bedroom, such as get a headboard and a new dresser, but those are small things that will come with time. I'm also looking to get a couple of chairs for my front porch so I can sit out there. I've been sitting on the steps a lot to eat my lunch or dinner, and I just really enjoy being out there. So I can't wait to find some chairs. I'm just slowly waiting to find the exact right things, because the things that I buy now, I want to have forever. Like, I don't want to keep investing in like new things when styles change. I just want to make sure it's something I love and something I know I'm going to love for a long time. So I'm taking my time on everything. If you guys haven't noticed, I haven't done any updates on my house. That's because there really aren't any, other than I hung a TV up and I got a coffee table since the last time I showed you guys. That's really it. I haven't done anything else. But I have added a bunch of plants to my house. I think I now have 7 plants. I have my monstera, which I showed you guys in my podcast. He's thriving. He looks great. He fits my space beautifully. And then I got a Photonia. I think that's what it's called. It sits on my coffee table. It looks perfect. And then I got a pothos, which I'm waiting to get hung eventually. I'm gonna hang it somewhere. I'm just waiting for it to vine a little bit more. And then I got a watermelon peperonia, which it seems like it's a hard plant to care for, so I am worried that I'm gonna kill it very quickly. It already wasn't in the best shape because I got it from Walmart. It was a really fun find. I did a lot of research on it before I even found one, and then I found it and I was just like, okay, I need to get this. And then I of course still have my ficus mincus. I've had him for over 2 years now, and he is crushing it. He is getting so big. I can't wait for him to get really tall, and he'll just he's gorgeous. He's a burgundy ficus, and he's popping so many leaves these days, so I think he's very happy. And overall, I'm just really into plants right now. If you guys want to see videos on plants and my experiences with them, I'm very new to this, so definitely it wouldn't be informational. It'll just be my experiences with the plants and how they're doing and they're growing. I would love to make some videos about that. I've been doing so much research, watching so many YouTube videos on plants and such. So I don't know. I'm excited about that new hobby. For me, I find that whenever I'm anxious or worried or something like that, I find myself cleaning a lot. Like, I'll do a lot of cleaning, basically deep clean the whole house, which is not always a bad thing. It's a good way to cope, I guess. It gets things done. And then I find whenever I'm like in that like sad space, I'm not saying that I'm necessarily that sad right now, but I am still going through my journey of healing, and it's not linear. It is definitely ebbs and flows. I like to take care of things, so I take care of my dog extra well. Like, we go on lots and lots of walks and do lots of fun things, and I buy him lots of new toys and such. And now I'm adding plants to my life to take care of because I think I'm ready for that. And it helps me feel, I like to care for things whenever I feel a little bit down. So it's been a very fun adventure, and I want to make sure that I take care of the plants to my best of my ability, because I'll feel awful if I kill them. But that leads me to, I want to get some fun shelving for my walls. I just don't know. I have this big blank wall over here, and I don't know how to decorate it. I want to have some artwork and some shelves that I can put some like decor pieces on, as well as plants. And I just don't understand how to decorate a wall, really, because my mom is very against like hanging things up. They don't have anything really hung up in their house except a couple of clocks. She doesn't like clutter and stuff, and neither do I. I'm not a big clutter person, but I accumulate like small artwork things throughout the years that I really love and I want to display. Like, when my friend Chris came to visit, he brought me this small little goldfish that I absolutely love. It's a little glass goldfish, and it's perfect on my dresser or my TV stand. And so I just have like little things like that I want to display. So if you guys have any tips on how to decorate and do like a fun wall full of art and shelving and how to mix that all together, that would be awesome. I kind of have decided that I want my house to have like a jungle feel to it. So I do want lots of plants and like vining plants and things like that. I am excited for that new journey. I've always loved plants and wanted to do things with plants, but my mom has a black thumb. And so I thought I would, but I'm actually doing really well at keeping things alive. So that makes me feel really good. And I wake up every single day and the first thing I do is obviously take care of Makoa, but then I go and I say hi to all my plants and I see if they've unfurled any new leaves, if they sprouted anything, how they're doing, and it makes my mornings. And then when I come home, I do the same thing. It's been very joyous for me, if you guys can't tell. I'm getting very passionate about plants now. Overall, I'm just feeling really positive about how things are going in life, and like I said, there's still up days and there's down days. I have a lot of things that I have to still get finished, such as finally coming to a conclusion with the separation and divorce process. I'm waiting for some paperwork to come in so I can actually start on that process. I need to get my title to my car, which has my ex's name on it. So whenever I finally get that title and we're able to sign everything as far as that goes, I can finally start the divorce process, which will be really fantastic for, I think, both of us. We haven't really talked, especially about that, but I think it's time. It's been over a year of separation and I'm feeling very content with where I'm at. And I do want to say, this is like a weird topic, I guess. I don't know. But if you're going through something like this, a separation and divorce, I think it's very important to just take your time with things and go at your own speed. So although we are living our own lives and we don't really talk much anymore, we're not rushing into this divorce because neither of us are trying to get married to somebody new or something like that right now. And I think that was very important for me, was to have as much time as I needed, not worrying about divorce, because that word alone is so scary. Separation is already hard enough. You know, we lived together for 8 years and being separated was a whole new journey and path. And then if I had to throw in like doing the divorce process on top of that, it would have been so much harder. And now I think whenever I go into the divorce process and we finally have that conclusion, I think it's going to be a lot easier on me and a lot less emotional. I think it'll still be a little bittersweet all at the same time, but I don't think I'm going to have any sort of rage or over emotional moments, especially around him. I think it'll just be what it is. And I mean, it's been over a year since we've even seen each other, and so I don't know how it'll actually feel when that moment does come, which will be soon once I get that paperwork in and we finish the title stuff. Because once we finish the title stuff, there's nothing left connecting us, which is really great in a lot of ways, and also very sad because, you know, 8 years is a long time to be with a person and then it just kind of feel like, okay, that is it. It's over. And if you guys have ever been through a process like that, I would love to hear how you managed afterwards in the comments. I don't know. I am ready to feel that freedom because it honestly does linger in the back of my head. Like, you still have to do this. You still need to, you know, sort it. And when you tell people that, like, you haven't gotten the divorce yet, you're still just separated and it's been over a year, they think, oh, she's still holding on. And that's not what it is at all. I'm just trying to heal, and there's no rush in anything, you know? I don't have kids. I don't have anything making this serious. Like, there was no abuse or anything like that. So I don't think it matters how long it takes. I'm just working on myself and healing, but I do know that the time is coming and it's something I want to have done this year. And I think I'll feel really relieved and good, even though the moment will probably be sad and bitter. I think it's gonna be good. And I'm feeling really happy with how far I've come and the progress I've made. I was watching some old videos last night, some old podcasts, and I can't believe how sad I was and how disconnected I really was from the world during those times, because I pretty much started making my videos. My first videos were posted before we moved to Columbus, and then the videos that I posted in Columbus, which was probably just a few months after I started posting at all of those videos, I was going through this thing and nobody even knew. I didn't talk about it to anyone or anything. Nobody knew. I was posting these videos and I was just trying to talk about yarn and be happy because it's the thing that I could actually find joy in through the whole thing. So for me, knitting is going to be a part of my life forever, no matter what. Whether I'm actively knitting or not, I'm always gonna love it. I'm always gonna have it because it's the thing that got me through everything. It's like my dog. I had my dog since I was 20. I'm gonna be 29 this year. Well, I've had him since, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's gonna be 8. So I've had him for a very long time, so 2021. So he's been with me through all of the hard moments, and I know the day that I don't have him anymore is going to be really hard, but I'll always remember him because of those hard moments. And it's kind of the same thing with my plant, my ficus. I got my ficus when we were probably at one of our lowest moments. We actually went and picked it out together, and I think in my mind it was almost like trying and fighting to try to keep the connection between the two of us, me and my ex. And you know, although it didn't mean anything to him, to me, my ficus means a lot to me. It's like, I was talking last night to myself and I was like, it's like my emotional support plant. I've had him through 2 years, 2 of the toughest years of my life. And just looking at him and how he's grown is amazing, because there were times when I couldn't even get out of bed, and yet I kept a plant alive. I kept my dogs alive, and yeah, I feel really good about those things. I guess now I'm sort of just rambling, which, I mean, technically that's what this video was all about. I just wanted to sit and chat with you guys for a little bit, do a little update. I was really craving filming a video. I want to try really hard to post 2 times a week on Sundays and on Wednesdays, but sometimes I just don't know what to post. I don't know what to make. I want to make some tutorials, but I feel uninspired and unmotivated, and I can't just make podcasts all the time. So I thought this would be like a little nice in-between. So I'm going to aim to post twice a week, but I want to at least post once a week. I think that would be really good for me, especially since I have like a more set schedule that feels right to me right now. I am sort of kind of going through some work things right now. The company I'm working for is not handling their employees very well. They're not taking care of their employees very well, and it's kind of wearing on me. I'm going to be one of the only people left at my branch, and I'm trying not to think about it too much. So yeah, I'm probably going to continue knitting just a little bit longer. I'm gonna order my lunch, actually. I think I'm gonna have a stromboli for lunch today. I love strombolis. I'm gonna try somewhere new. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go pick it up, switch my laundry over, and then from there, I'm probably going to knit for a few hours, maybe watch a movie. Who knows? Maybe I'll do some dishes. I'm not really looking forward to dishes, but I should probably do some dishes. So maybe dishes. All right, guys, thanks for sitting in and chatting with me. Leave a comment down below on anything that I talked about today that you have tips, advice, or just want to chat about in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this kind of video. Also, leave suggestions for video ideas. I'd love to hear them. And subscribe to my channel for more weird, unplanned content. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye!